Hello, I'm Emma Howard and I'm joined by Dr. Jonty Heaversedge, who's an expert on men's health problems. Hello.
Hi, Emma.
Question here from, I think, a young man saying that there's a history of prostate cancer in his family. How likely is it that I'll contract it, as well as what can I do to prevent it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is really interesting because obviously prostate cancer is something that all men worry about, and particularly with increasing age. The fact there's a family history may be important. There have been some genes that have been identified associated with prostate cancer, but actually there's not as clear a link with a family history as there is, say, with ovarian or breast or bowel cancer, where we're developing much clearer picture of the fact that it's an inherited problem for many people.
But you wouldn't want to leave it, would you? If there's a family history, you might as well go and get it checked out.
Absolutely. Well, I think there's two things, aren't there? One is it makes you more sensitive to any symptoms that you experience that could be suggestive of prostate cancer, so any difficulty passing urine, decrease in the stream and the flow of urine, getting up more frequently at night, those sort of things you'd go and get checked out. And the other thing is, in terms of research as to what might prevent it, which is obviously, if this is a young man, he's obviously concerned about developing prostate cancer in the future. There's not a huge amount that's very specific, but what's quite interesting is they have found that prostate cancer is not as common in countries where people eat more fruit and vegetables and less saturated fats. Now, it's hard to know whether it's the fact that the saturated fats are causing the cancer or the vegetables that are protecting against the cancer, but actually a diet high in fruit and vegetables is probably a really good way forward.
Especially if you're young, you've got a long time to build up, hopefully, resistance then. What's the target age for prostate cancer? What age are most men when it's a problem for them?
Any time after the age of 50, you'll start to notice symptoms potentially for prostate cancer. So any of the symptoms that we've already mentioned are important from that point of view. The other thing I want to mention is tomatoes, because I was reading something the other day. A superfood, absolutely. And we're all hearing more and more about superfoods. And tomatoes have lycotrines in them, which are an antioxidant, and actually there is some research showing that they may be helpful in preventing prostate cancer specifically. As does soya, actually. That has something called phytoestrogens, plant estrogens in it, which may also be helpful. So there's a couple of specific suggestions for this young man, but actually in general I think just having a healthy lifestyle, plenty of fruit and veg is the best he could do at the moment.
Thank you very much for that, Jonty. Well, if you have a similar problem, we hope we might have given you some help, but remember, it's always best to go and see your own doctor for medical advice. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more health questions and answers.